is to draw out Russia so that its economy can be crippled with sanctions. They have been able to achieve that. If part of the objective is to draw out China, to draw out Russia, so that it can become a pariah state, in which case the world can line up against it and condemn it and see it as the aggressor and condemn it. That has also largely been achieved. If another objective is to test the firepower achieved. So it is not, we not be correct to say that mistakes have been made on all sides. There are some of those, there are US especially must have set an objective that it has been able to achieve. It is only the Ukrainian leader that set an objective that he has not been able to achieve. That's why he is crying now. Wants NATO forces on ground, wants no air, no flying, wants no flying zone imposed upon the Ukrainian air against the Russian forces. And he has been told quite clearly by the United States that we never promised you that, and we're not going to do that. We're not going to frontally put forces on ground to fight the. So he is the one that has misplaced expectations, and is the one that is suffering for it. As far as Russia is concerned, I think they have also achieved their own limited. They have been able to stop the NATO expansion to Ukraine. They have been able to let the whole world see that they are not going to accept NATO forces in Ukraine. And they have also, like the other panelists have said, they have also been able to let the whole world see that they are not going to accept a unipolar world. That Russia remains a voice. Russia remains going to do everything possible to maintain that. So the idea of imposing its diktat on everyone is going to be challenged has been challenged by the sidelines watching. But of course, we know that there is no way China can be on the side of the United States. But China appears to me the major factor of going sex and the economic development. They are going to benefit immensely from all the sanctions that have been imposing on Russia. They are also going to benefit from Russia's own reaction, how Russia tries to survive. China is going to benefit seriously from that. Of course, we must begin to see the reaction of India. We have seen some countries in favor of their own national interest. They are not just doing. We're just joining the Joneses, falling in line behind the NATO and behind the United States. We have seen nations insisting that they must follow their own national interest. They must have recourse to their own history. And they must say that, sorry, Russia has not been our enemy. Russia has been our friend. And in this critical period, we are not going to strike a blow against Russia. So it's giving us an idea that if this limited war between Russia and Ukraine, if it escalates, you begin to see countries that will not support, you begin to see countries that will support Russia. You begin to see a situation that will we had in the the powers divided into two, those who are for this and those who are against. It's likely that if this crisis is not nipped in the bud, if it becomes a world war, again, a third world war, we are going to see some countries that will support, we are going to see those that will be on the side of NATO. And then we are also seeing already that after this war, we must begin to ask ourselves, what kind of a political system are we going to have? Is this going to be the end of the United Nations? Are we going to have another system, another political system, national political system that's going to take into consideration the present realities? Are we going to have the United States that is going to take into consideration the new realities, political realities, and the military realities that we have at the moment? And after this war, are we going to see Russia try to expand its military to other regions? Are we going to see Russia try to do what the US has been doing to it? Are we going to did with the Cuban missile crisis? Are we going to see Cuba go to Venezuela? Are we going to see Cuba try to go to areas that have for decades been seen as the spheres of influence of the United States? Are we going to see Russia, or are we going to see even China try to do to Russia, try to do to the US what it has tried to do to Russia now? So the likelihood is that our political international system is not going to remain the same again. We are not going to have a situation where the United States will be allowed to ride roughshod over the international political system. It has been told in clear terms that
then we go to Dr. Oluyeti.